Hello, Paul French here, Director of Southern Oregon Repertory Singers, inviting you to our holiday program in time of softest snow. Music is such a big part of everyone's holiday experience, but this year, given the unprecedented level of dissonance in the world, I made it a priority that our holiday program would be particularly lyrical, lovely, and healing. As is our custom, we'll be performing a big variety of musical styles from around the world, singing in French, Dutch, actually in old medieval Dutch, Latin, and Kituba, an African dialect. I know that holiday concerts happen every year, but I can guarantee you that you will hear music at this concert you've never heard before, as well as fresh arrangements of traditional holiday favorites. You'll also hear some of my personal favorite pieces. For example, the In Dulce Jubilo of Dutch composer Jesse Bremer. I love this piece. Lyrical melodies, driving rhythms, colorful harmonies that are just going to engage you. I've been performing his music since I first heard it 30 years ago at an international conference, and I loved the music so much I ran up onto the stage, followed the choir off the stage, and said to the last basin line, "I'll give you $20 for your music." And he duly handed me his music, and I've been doing it ever since. It's always an audience favorite. As is the music of John Rutter, described by the New York Times as the composer who owns Christmas, which sounds a little bit creepy, but his music is practically de rigueur at Christmas time and in holiday concerts around the world. They're absolutely beautiful and transporting. And my personal favorite is the one we're doing. It's called What Sweeter Music. The poem's by Robert Herrick, author of some 2,500 poems, including the one that you will recognize, Gather Ye Rosebuds While Ye May. Well, there's an interesting story to this poem. It was written during the English Civil Wars, and he actually had lost his position until the king was reinstated. And then this was the first carol performed. It was performed for the king at the very first Christmas of the Restoration. What Sweeter Music. This is Rutter's masterful setting of that text that partially reads, "What sweeter music can we bring than a carol?" And it is sweetness itself. Marian poems are popular at holiday programs, and the text, "There is no rose," has inspired composers since the Middle Ages. This setting by Canadian Don MacDonald is wonderfully atmospheric and, I would say, haunting. In fact, it's one of the most ethereal settings of this text that I know of. We'll also be doing music of Dan Forrest, one of the most popular composers of our time. This piece, "Sea Amid the Winter Snow," is again my personal favorite. It's beautiful, sweeping, and romantic. We'll be joined for this piece by Grants Pass High School's chamber choir under the direction of Taylor Pulsifer, who recently joined Repertory Singers. Actually, she joined yesterday, and we've already enlisted her choir. This piece and many others will be accompanied by our guest instrumentalists, Kathleen Strom, Mikhail Palsevich, Cheryl Wood, and Brian Jeffs. So fantastic instrumentalists. Commissioning new music is one of our distinctive things, and I'm delighted to say Jody French, our resident composer, will be writing what she describes as a tender lullaby for this concert. Jody's music's always a concert high point, and her beautiful music goes straight to the heart. Finally, a not-to-be-missed moment will be a barn burner setting of the spiritual Children Go Where I Send Thee by Kevin Philip Johnson. Dr. Johnson's a wonderful new voice in choral music and music chair at Spelman College. The whole piece is amazingly fun and energetic, but you won't want to miss the concluding rap solo by Brant Nakamura. Yes, I said rap solo. So no one can say it's not an eclectic concert. There's much, much more, but you'll have to come to the concert to hear about that. Come join us. Give yourself the gift of live music this holiday.